Hey everyone! Before we jump into the latest news surrounding the Golden State Warriors, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Brooklyn Nets set attendance record during clash against Warriors. The Golden State Warriors wrapped up their challenging 5-game road trip on Thursday night with a highly anticipated matchup against the Brooklyn Nets at the Barclays Center. Currently in a rebuilding phase, the Brooklyn Nets have faced difficulties filling up their home arena, ranking just 24th in total attendance across the NBA. However, when a team like the Warriors comes to town, especially with the legendary Stephen Curry in the lineup, fans are bound to show up. Even at 36 years old, Curry continues to be a major attraction, drawing crowds wherever he plays. Thursday's game lived up to the hype, particularly for those who showed up hoping to see Curry at his best. The Nets had built a commanding 22-point lead, but the Warriors staged a dramatic comeback, ultimately securing a 121-119 victory. During this exciting matchup, an announcement was made that set a new milestone for the Nets franchise. Barclays Center reached a record-breaking attendance for a Nets game with 18,413 fans in the building. Those in attendance were treated to a spectacular performance from Curry, who notched his second 40-point game of the season. Despite Curry's incredible showing, Brooklyn fought hard. The Nets came out strong, storming to a 27-5 lead in the first quarter with just under 5 minutes remaining. With key players Cameron Johnson and Cam Thomas both returning to full strength, they contributed 26 and 23 points respectively, keeping the game competitive until the final buzzer. The Nets, despite not being considered top contenders, have exceeded expectations this season, already securing 21 wins so far. Meanwhile, after an impressive 4-1 record on this road trip, the Warriors will enjoy a brief break before hosting the Detroit Pistons on Saturday night. Draymond Green addresses comments about Karl-Anthony Towns. Draymond Green took a moment to express his condolences to Karl-Anthony Towns following the passing of a close family friend. However, he also clarified statements he made on his podcast regarding Towns' recent absence from a game. Towns was unavailable for the Minnesota Timberwolves matchup against the Warriors earlier this week, officially listed as out for personal reasons when Golden State secured a 114-102 win over the New York Knicks on Tuesday. On his podcast with Baron Davis, Green had remarked that some sources suggested Towns opted out of the game because Jimmy Butler was in the arena. This speculation stems from the well-documented tension between Butler and Towns dating back to their time as teammates in Minnesota. Butler, who was looking for a trade at the time, was involved in a now infamous practice session where he reportedly challenged Towns and other teammates. Green later mentioned that he had spoken with Towns' father during the game and was under the impression that Towns' absence might have been related to Butler's presence. However, Towns later explained that he had actually taken time off to support his family and others mourning the loss of a loved one. Upon learning the truth following Golden State's victory over Brooklyn, Green expressed regret, stating, "That's unfortunate. I'm really sorry to hear that. That sucks." He emphasized that his comments were based on what he had been told at the time, but he extended his heartfelt sympathies to Towns and his family during this difficult period. Despite the situation, Green noted that his show with Baron Davis must go on as life continues for the Warriors, who are currently experiencing an impressive run of success. Warriors continue to build momentum. The Golden State Warriors are enjoying a strong stretch of performances, having won 8 of their last 10 games, including a decisive 114-102 victory over the Knicks on Tuesday night. Head coach Steve Kerr pinpointed a key reason behind the team's success. According to Kerr, The Warriors excelled in their ability to stay composed in the first half, despite struggling with shot-making, then decisively turned up their intensity after halftime. This was evident as they outscored the Knicks 67-47 in the second half, securing a dominant win. After the game, Kerr praised his team, saying, "Really good win. Every game counts, obviously, but this one felt great. On the road, on a back-to-back, against a strong team. We hung in there when shots weren't falling early, and that made the difference." The most revealing part of Kerr's post-game remarks was his belief that the Warriors are now forming a clear identity. When asked to elaborate, the four-time championship-winning coach responded, "We're a two-way team. Over the last 10 games, we've ranked second in both offense and defense. It's a small sample size, but you can see the shift happening." Kerr even drew a comparison between Jimmy Butler and a former Warriors great, Andre Iguodala, highlighting Butler's maturity and leadership. He's not the exact same player as Andre, but he brings that same calming influence, reading the game, settling us down, and making smart plays on both ends of the floor, Kerr explained. Since Butler's arrival, the Warriors have seen a significant climb in the standings, now holding the 6th seed in the Western Conference. A promising sign for their postseason aspirations. Injury update: Jonathan Kuminga's return. Timeline Golden State fans have plenty to celebrate, but one lingering question remains. When will Jonathan Kuminga return to action? Ahead of Thursday night's game against Brooklyn, Anthony Slater reported that most of the Warriors' roster was fully cleared from the injury list. However, two notable names were exceptions. Gary Payton II was listed as probable, meaning he was expected to play unless an unexpected setback occurred. Jonathan Kuminga, on the other hand, remained out as he continues to recover from a right ankle injury suffered on January 4th against the Memphis Grizzlies. Kuminga has been a key contributor for the Warriors this season, averaging 16.8 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game, while shooting 46% from the field, 35% from three-point range, and 64% from the free throw line. Prior to his injury, he was hitting his stride, averaging 22.7 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 3.0 assists over his last 7 games. While fans eagerly await Kuminga's return, they should note that the Brooklyn Nets big man, Noah Clowney, was also ruled out for Thursday's game due to an ankle injury. The Warriors and Nets faced off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time at the Barclays Center, with Golden State aiming to continue their momentum despite Kuminga's absence. What do you think about Jonathan Kuminga's situation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.